Do you want to live forever?
Misconception about what I am, what I do. I am a paladin. That is true. But as a paladin, I don't fear falling. I look forward to it.
The Legion will know of this victory, and they will fear you. Now, you are prepared. Now, mortals, follow me into the abyss. Legion.
Do you want to live forever?
What is light without dark?
Vaccination during pregnancy is the best way for pregnant.
Mama era.
Alrighty. Let me just turn this music off. Okay, so we're just getting our mana back up here. Arcane Mages, level 50. I've been trying to PvP, but there's just nothing in the queues. And then someone said, oh, you have to be on a PvP server. I said, dude, if you log into the queues, you're on the same battle groups. So you don't have to be on a PvP server. It's just no one on the lower brackets doing it on the classic servers from what I can see. So level 51 will open up AV to us. So we'll get to 50. Now it's quite surreal playing this. This is like the third or fourth time I've done this on character. So I originally did this on my mage, Horde mage, then my paladin, and now on the two alliance mages. And what I can simply say at the moment is that how I've been treated is different. When I was on Horde here, this is back in September. You had several alliance gnome mages just running around, and because I was Horde, constantly trying to F me up, man. Trying to constantly F me up. So just give me a second, I need to sort some shit and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Just let me shut this microphone up. Turn that music off. Turn that music off. Let's try that again. Okay, let's hit that button. Yeah, so as I was just saying before, very briefly, I've been here through with the Horde Mage, and my experience was, because this is a very alliance area, and having to fight, and it's a PvE server. I was having to fight a lot where they try to steal all the mobs all the bloody time. And, wow. Start talking AOE at the same time. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I learned, I was like, well, that's what it is. It's competition, and it's the opposite faction. So if it was a PvP server, I'd be dead, because I was outnumbered probably 8 to 1 at times, with Alliance coming through, because it's so close to the flight point. And if you die here as Horde, I think it's the Bulwark, whereas the respot, whereas it's here for Alliance. So just hope, hang on, let me just check if that's, oh no, I haven't even got my stream up. Yeah, so, so it was a battle straight away, and I was prepared for it. I didn't give a shit. Come through as a paladin, and what I got was, because I'm a paladin, you build up this relationship that is so muchly different from being a warlock and a mage, because a mage, you can buff people with the int buff, which is the arcane brilliance, arcane intelligence, which is a buff which people, it's a positive thing. As a warlock, you don't have that, so you don't get that bonding. As a paladin leveling in WoW Classic, I made so many friends with people because I was able to buff them, heal them, do multiple things, and I made more friends in that space leveling as a paladin than I have in a long time, because as a warlock you're very self-sufficient. You don't really need any other classes. And so when I was AOE grinding here on my paladin, I was getting healed and people helped me, because they're like, what's a paladin doing? He's got 5 on him, oh no, he's in trouble. Meanwhile, I was like, dude, steady on. Let me just rebuff. And this is the problem working from home. Well, at the moment, this is what it is. Everything's on hold. Hoping by worst case this time next month to be back in the full swing of everything. Partner's working from home. Just double checked on it then. So I don't want to, I get a bit loud. But anyway, long story short, so as a paladin I was getting help by people. It was still a battle, because mages had stronger AoE, but you're still AoE level as a paladin. Not as effectively as easy as a mage can do, but still you can do it. As an arcane mage, as these I've been called a multi-boxer quite a bit in this area in the last week or so, or since I've been here, since I turned level 48, which is about, actually I come here at 46, which is a couple levels too early. But because I have such high, so I've got 10 to arcane, another 10 to all, and then another 6 to fire and ice. So I've got 16 plus 16 resist to my fire and frost, and plus 20 to my arcane spells. Allowed me to come here and take on mobs that are higher than me. But if mobs are 5 levels, level 52s give me still grief, because they take the longest to go down. They still resist, or they do, my spells do lesser damage to them, and they, it hurts a bit. But being 5 levels or greater, they hit harder too. But what I've discovered is, I've been called a multi-boxer quite a bit, and I'll say no, I'm dual boxing. I did get, people did test to see if I was a bot. But the thing I found, I think with the pirates in Pirates of Pirate Cove and Tannerus, and some other areas, people, they don't talk to me, they don't say how I gauge, whatever. They just get really angry, and it's like they own the area, and I've come in, and they then try to effectively kill me or get me effed up. And if they just talk to me, we could probably work out a deal. I come in, they don't say nothing. It makes me scratch my bloody head, you know what I mean? I go, Jesus, some people have got no social skills. Now, I'm a social whore, and what that means is hang on. Oh, put that in. Get a bit of that up here, taste that. How's going down fast? Still going, alright, we survived. I'm trying not to take potions. I had one, now I was up to 10. Like, they're worth about $1 each or something. And I'm driven by my upbringing, by my father. Just because you got money doesn't mean you have to spend it, and that's how you get rich. Okay, there you go, that's what happens. You press a couple of buttons and you mute yourself. Hang on, what have I done? Okay, no dramas. My other half was just going up the road for lunch. To grab something up the road for lunch. Probably she's fallen victim to this online shopping, TV shopping, you know, because of working from home. I've set up office for her, and taken the TV out of the spare room, out of the bedroom, and set it up as a monitor with a laptop. And it seems like she has been watching a lot of info TV, or the ads through the day, which obviously she wouldn't do normally at her work. And this has influenced a lot, because she's then gone out and, you know, because you can't go to the shops, she's buying things left, right, and centre, and she'll try to deny it, and then within several days you've got couriers turning up, trying to drop things off. Actually, I'm just going to go check the mailbox. I'll be right back. I got a feeling. Alrighty, we're back. Postman says, no bills today. Had a bit of a laugh. Thanks, mate. Yeah, she's buying tons of stuff online. Then she'll deny it, and then about 3-4 days later she'll start to tell me about it because it's about to be delivered. Oh, just to let you know. Oh. Yeah, so I've noticed, I've copped a lot of hate. And what was hilarious, and I've copped it in this area, a little bit in the Pirate Cove area on, let me just get myself set up here. Oh, press the right buttons. So where is, oh, I've got a quest to turn, oh yeah, gotta go turn that in. Lost Rigger Cove over here in, Tanis? What's the zone called again? Tannerus, yep. And, oh dear. So, not so much over there, but here, so there was a group of 3 players. And they were all bloody fighting and killing mobs up here, because they're doing that, I think, introductory quest at 50-51 or whatever it is. And where you got to kill 20 of these dudes or whatever. And they were trying to duel me, and I was getting a drink, and I come back, and I've got auto duel, got dual auto, so sod off, and then they called me a multi-boxer. Meanwhile, there was 3 of them, and I was like, oh, okay. So mate, you kill 1 and I kill 15, or I kill 10 or so. And instead of someone message me and saying hi or talking to me, it's like their attitude is this is their area, and I'm just trying to play the game. And I haven't purposely gone after any mobs or tried to deny anyone getting XP or whatever. Let's just say this group over here. I rush over knowing that I could take the 2 up here and the whole group here, and this dude might be killing 1 mob, fighting 1 mob and about to pull a second mob on him, and he's then got offended. But this person hasn't. But it's like, how dare I do that? And I looked and like, I haven't come into your area, stolen mobs off you, and what I've had is them trying to steal mobs off me. Like, I've gone in and I'm fighting mobs and they're trying to pull mobs or pull more mobs into it. And I remember I had this person literally try to kill me several times in one of my 30s, because it was upset that I was pulling all these mobs. And all I could do was sit back and laugh and scratch my head, and think to myself, just talk to me, say hello, have a discussion with me. But you didn't. You just gone out and tried to pull mobs on top of me. Back. So the great thing about this is I'm starting to earn the coinage. You know, I haven't played my paladin as much because I'm trying to get these two up to a decent level. I did PvP with him last night, but you know, it's in AV, so I did it on the Tuesday reset. And basically, you know, I've got a few purples, but I'm not like best in slot or anything like that. And I'm fighting against, you know, gear rank 14 warriors. There's that many of them. There's like, but they still die. But they've got incredible gear on them. And honestly, the amount of honor and deaths I'm getting, experience I'm getting, is from the group delivering, not from me performing phenomenal stuff. It's made me laugh a few times there. Probably not last night because I only did the Tuesday reset. I only think I played for an hour and a bit. It was 2 AVs and we lost both. And but I got enough honor to almost make it to the next rank, which shocked me. And but when I was playing solidly a week and a half ago on the Paladin in the AVs, and we won several games in a row. And what we did was we ended up breaking the Horde because the Horde just kept charging through, and no one seemed to be fighting. So I just took over and just started organising people, and everyone knew what they needed to do. But I just said, right, form up, group up, let's do it. And I charged forward a couple of times, and because they're all ranged and mostly mages with warriors, the warriors got cocky and kept overreaching. And by doing so, they kept exposing themselves. So we just let them overreach. We then killed them all, and then I said, once we kill the warriors, we surge because the range had nothing, and the range would panic and run. So we overran them, and it made me laugh because I attacked as a paladin. I charged, and that had others going with me, and I was buffing the shit out of everyone. And it seemed to knock their spirit, but give us spirit. I think that was more the thing. And we broke them on several charges, and then we went on to win like three to five games with that group who kept joining at the same time. Simply because we would all group up, we'd stay. The warriors and the horde side were just so geared. They had the best of the BIS and raid gear and PvP gear, and they would overreach. And the thing they didn't realise is the one warrior could probably take two of our guys, but the problem is, and they had at least 5 or 6 warriors, but the problem is we'd let them push into us, and we'd overwhelm them with, you know, 15 plus healers plus range, and we'd all just focus fire them down, and they still died pretty. Surprised us how easily they died. And then I think the horde range just weren't used to getting shit up in their noses, and that caused them to you know, falter, and we had them on the back burner, and I became a big target. I became a big target, beside the fact I was a paladin, so for the warriors, their heads, they got a mean spec, easy kill. But I was able to kill them, because I was firstly getting healed, but secondly, I would go into them, but then I would lure them back into the packs. And they seemed to get focused on me, so I was able to keep myself alive and get healed up, and it made it easy for our healers, because, you know, there was only 1 or 2 of us getting absolutely attacked, and that lasted. As I said, we got 5 wins, 3 to 5 wins I think we got 3 or 4 wins in a row, and then we lost one, and then we won another 1 or 2, and you know, I was like shocked that we actually won EV, and then I had enough. But it is teamwork that gets you through the day. Do I have enough mana? Oh, I do have enough mana. Sorry, I'm just gonna... Okay. That's the only spell I really miss from the frost side. Is Cone of Cold, where you can buff it by 3, which really enhances it. I think the damage goes up by 30-35%, but the range goes up massively too, via the skill set. But yeah, anyway, my experience going back to these 2 mages, being Arcane mages, a lot of hostility. As I said, I've just joined this guild because I saw they had quite a few players on, and I thought maybe we could end up doing a few dungeons together. After I realised PvP is not really active in this bracket, level 49, and all I'm trying to do is get to 50 now, and then I'm going to go up the road and spend some money. So there was a guild member here. He was a healer, and it was yesterday, but the day before, he was complaining about people stealing all his stuff, he was herbing, and everyone's, you know, another one who considers everything on the screen to be his by the looks of it. So he was in this one zone, and he started complaining, all the mages are taking all the mobs. And I was like, oh man, look, sorry bud, I didn't realise, you know, I said, I'm just doing my thing, I'm in my zone. Because I wasn't sure he was talking about, but then I realised there's 2 or 3 other mages doing the same thing. So I told him there's a tomb, Uther's tomb around the corner over here. I'm looking in its direction, and it's a chock-a-block full of undead. And if you're just trying to wanting undead to kill to finish the opening quest in this area, because I think you got to kill 20 to 30 skeletons or something, something like that. I said there's Uther's tomb, it's over here, and it's full, like there's 2-3 levels, and it's just chock-a-block through things. There's a lot of casters at the front, so if you're just doing a solo thing, or you're fighting one-on-one, you can fight your battles and get through it, and go down and whatever. But he wanted to stay up here and pull one mob at a time, and while he's taking a lot of time to kill his one mob, myself and 2 other mages were wiping out 3 to 5 or 7 to 8 or higher. So by the time he killed one and started on the second one, we'd already wiped out 6 to 8 or more. So he started complaining, so I started messaging in the guild chat. Hey, I hear you, I know, I understand. I'll come help you. What do you need? Let's party up. He didn't want to talk to me. I was like, what the hell? So I said, all right, if you don't want my help, go to this spot. I'll show you where it is. No, didn't want my help. Still kept complaining in guild chat, so I said, listen, I could help you, but you're not interested in help, so I wish you the best. And then he kept coming back in this area, so I made it my mission to wipe out everything near him. I thought, you effing tool. Now, I'm not thinking it's like teenagers or whatever, but it's... sort of reminds me of high school. But anyway, you probably heard me crap on long enough. I'm just going to put on some in-game music and hit level... Oh no, I'll go a little bit longer, sorry. But leveling as the Arcane mages is I think the issue leveling as 2 is you're getting half the XP, but the bonus is you're getting 2 characters leveling at the same time, so... Spare here. I'm using Mana Shield and it's... does the job. I can keep myself fairly well healed if I, once the mana shield goes down, I recast it. But you know, it does destroy my mana. But both my mages have nearly 5,200 mana at level 49, which is a decent amount of mana, especially for AOE farming. It's you know, and the life isn't too bad. 2,600, 2,500 life on both the mages. So Christ, I think I have that on my Warlock, Horde Warlock, but he's not really geared. He's just got, you know, some basic stuff. That's a bit weird. Yeah, so like I said, but whoa. I've been used to hostility in the game because, as I said, I've been a Hordean, predominantly Alliance area, and been effective at what I'm doing. So then they mistake a clumsy pull as vendetta against them, and then they spend the rest of the time trying to get me killed. Oh, nearly died. But the Lost Rigger Cove, with all the pirates, as I said, I've done that on my Paladin, I've done that on my my Horde Mage and my Warlock, and I didn't really get much drops out of it. When I did it on these 2 mages, I ended up getting like about 6 to 8 blues, maybe 9 blues. So it got me a bit of coinage. Oh, so this name is actually a guild member. He bought out all my rune cloth bags last night. I put them on there for 2.99 gold, and he bought them out and resold, put them up for 3.4 or something. And I made another 4 or 5 and put them straight under his pricing, around 3.28, just to piss him off. But I didn't realise he was in a guild. I wonder why the name seems so familiar. Oh, you silly girl. That's the thing that gets me killed, is that's bloody big pulls. He's not realising she's got caught up on a bit of lump of wood or something. But I think I had about 350 and 330 in gold, and I was able to I think make at least 10 to 12 rune cloth bags, and then sell them for 3 gold each. So that's got me up to around the 380 mark. Oh, we're getting close. 10k off. That'll be here in no time. I wonder where it would be if I actually started as Alliance, because I started as Horde, went mid-30s on my mage, then stopped and leveled my Warlock all the way to 60, realised the Warlock was nowhere near as good as a mage in Classic, for, you know, things like AOE farming and stuff. There's no way I could have just farmed like I did on my mage. Like I had, on my Horde mage, I had 2 grand in gold saved, so I must have earned more than that, at least 3 or 4k on him, and all I did was farm Hearthwind. I didn't do any special dungeons, I didn't do anything unique, I just got on, and the biggest thing is I didn't buy shit with him. I ended up funneling across probably about 1500 gold to my Alliance side and buying stuff for my Paladin. The shield was, I think, 500, and I ended up buying and then got the Fury Axe, and then I got a Flurry Axe, and then I ended up getting the hands there with the odd 2 mace. I ended up buying that twice. There's a story there, we'll save that for another time. And well, okay, now we'll do it now. So hand of Ebb with the odd, I basically bought on the Horde side for 270 when it was going for 500-600 on the Alliance side. And I'd done that for most of the other items for the Paladin, and I'd sold them across to the Paladin for half the price. So when I bought the Fire Shield, I put it on the neutral auction house for 250, which if you were knowing your shit, you would have bought that straight away. But obviously, at the time, the snipers, they were like, oh, that's too much gold, I'm not going to buy it. And and I bought it straight away with my Paladin for 250. So it cost my Horde, he spent 500, got 250 back for it, so it was a sort of half the price. So I bought hand of Ebb with the odd, and put it on the auction house. Instead of putting it up for 100 gold, 150 gold, or a couple hundred gold, I put it up just for like 15 silver. And as soon as I put it on, I alt-tab, clicked to buy it, and it had gone like that. And it had been sniped by a character, level 2 in Bounty Bay, whatever it is, called Sneaky Rogue. Oh, it pissed me off. And I was like, that's what you get. And of course I did it at about 8 o'clock on a Sunday, so it was prime time as you can get. So I was like, there's 270 gold gone. That was about 25 days ago. So I was really pissed off. So I got on my Paladin and I started AOE farm my ass off. Got 350 gold up again, and eventually saw it on the Alliance auction house for 270. So I ended up paying for it. So, you know, you win. You win some, you lose some. Of course, I reported that motherfucker. Saying, just double checking he didn't lose illegal software or he was sniping things. But it's not against the auction house. It's not against the rules to buy epic items for cheap silver. Just as long as you're not using third-world software that does shit like that. So bear with me, I'll be right back.